Rainbow Cricket Club has won the toss and they have decided to bat first, and they've put on 5 runs after the end of the first over. Flicked away on the leg side by Jahidul Islam Jahid, and he gets the boundary to pick up the first boundary for Rainbow Cricket Club. Ended up bowling down the leg. As you can see, there are 3 fielders on the leg side and 3 on the off. So down the leg side once again, it's been glanced away for another boundary. That's the second boundary of the over. Nahian Islam, he might have to rethink his strategies because this employ to bowl on the pads is not working whatsoever. He's already given away 11 runs in 4 deliveries. He might have to rethink his strategies because this employ to bowl on the pads is not working whatsoever. He's already given away 11 runs in 4 deliveries. Under pressure of the last ball of the over. This time it's bowled on the offside and it's been cut away through the point region for a boundary. It beats the deep point and deep cover fielder, pierces the gap and ends the second over. It was a big, expensive over, 15 runs from high enough to grab that opportunity. It was certainly an opportunity for a cotton bolt, and the batsman will consider himself very lucky. Jahidul Islam Jahid and Rakibul Islam Rubel are the 2 batters in. Once again going down the ground this time and hitting the side screen flush on. What a shot that is from Jahidul Islam Jahid, who moves to 23 and has really gotten off to a flying start with all guns blazing on the offside and ends up becoming a single. Rakibul Islam Rubel is now on strike. Goes for a big hike towards that cow corner region, but there is protection there. But that's very, very sloppy work from the fielder. It looked very, very nonchalant and very, very lethargic in the way he tried to stop the ball with his foot. And that results in another boundary, with the score being 32 after 2.4 overs. Going down the ground over long off, and that's another 6, another classy looking shot from Rakibul Islam Rubel, who also gets on the act along with Jahid. The score is now 38 for strike for a run. Once again goes towards cover and he beats that deep long off fielder who tried to cover ground to his left but couldn't stop the ball from reaching the boundary. That's 1 bounce over the boundary for another 4 runs added to the total. Towards the deep cow corner region, and that a couple of runs brings up the half century for Rainbow Cricket Club. Ashraful Islam is the new bowler into the attack, bowling some handy off spin. Again, bowled into the batsman. There's a chance for an opportunity, chance for a catch. And what a catch that is! He dived forward, he covered a lot of ground and grabbed that catch with the utmost ease and made that difficult catch look so easy in the end.
Wrong line. There was not much seam movement from the surface. However, Shabab produces a dot ball. Down the leg side, kind of a sweep shot, and after bouncing once, it reaches the distance. 4 runs for Jahidul Islam. He played that one effortlessly. As soon as he saw the ball going That's a skyscraper. How far is that traveling? A fielder is settling down, and he has taken a brilliant catch. That was never easy. He pulled off a stunner previously too during the first wicket, and that's his second grab. Once again from the same zone. He has taken a blinder. Hold on. Pick up some singles and doubles. Needs to settle down, and afterwards he should start playing some big shots. Otherwise he's not getting the hold of it. Exactly, this is what I was talking about. He should settle down first, but he didn't. He thought otherwise, and on that process he ended up losing his wicket. Back-to-back wickets for Friends United. Pulled him! Oh my goodness! That was absolutely a rip snorter! And that has rattled the stumps of Faisal Rahman. And all of a sudden, Mohammad Ashraful Islam has 3 and he is on a hat-trick as well. It's all happening in the middle. Friends United, they're on the upper hand right. Short, pulled, in the gap, results in a boundary. All of a sudden, Maruf Al-Mamoon thought of a counter punch. And there was a poor delivery too from Shabab. He had a great last over. They're not going to hang about. That's the case as it seems to be. Despite losing 3 back-to-back wickets, they're trying to take the charge on and hit the bowler out of the park. Oh, shot. He's got the connection right. And it had enough wings to fly over too. It's over the line for maximum. Not the best. But the umpire doesn't really agree. Signals it as a leg bye. But this could be a huge milestone for Ashraful Islam. Already taken a 4-for, and if he could get a 5-for, then it would have been great. This should run away for a boundary. It does. It's a lightning fast outfield, and if you somehow can time the ball, it will run away if the ball is in the gap. Subhani. Such a pleasant sight for any fast bowler to knock over the stump out of the ground. He should remember it for a long, long time. Wicket in the first ball of the 10th over. It's 86 for 5.
This time hit down the ground and hit very well. Over long off for a massive 6 by Bakr Siddiq. Abu Bakr Siddiq gets his innings underway with a massive, classy looking 6 down the ground. It almost hit us in the com box. And because he mishit it means that it did not have the legs to carry to that fielder at long on. Sometimes mishits can be a blessing. Goes down the ground by Abu Bakr Siddiq and hits the side screen after 3 or 4 bounces, and that's another 4 runs added to the total. 116 for 5 after 12.4 overs. 4 bounces, and that's another 4 runs added to the total. 116 for 5 after 12.4 overs. Abu Bakr Siddiq at the moment looks like the lone warrior for his team, Rainbow Cricket Club. Again goes Looks to go down the ground, but ends up dragging it on the leg side and finds the gap once again through mid-wicket for another boundary to conclude over number 13, and the score is 120 for 5.
They are enthusiastic to stay in the middle, just taking time, and perhaps they'll go for some fireworks in the upcoming overs, and this might be one of them. It shouldn't reach the boundary directly, but after bouncing twice, it does reach the fence. It wasn't a well-timed shot, not from the meatiest part of the blade. However, it manages to go up. This coverage is coming to you live from City Club Cricket Ground. You are watching Boshuntara Sports City Last Man Stands Dhaka League, powered by ACE and sponsored by T Sports. Use of the feet, comes down the wicket and belts it out of the park. Great shot from Abu Bakr Siddiq, and he moves on to 45. Has been the chief architect of this comeback. Concern for the Rainbow CC batting lineup. Played and missed. It was a juicy half volley which has been missed by Nahin Naeem. It was a golden opportunity for him to put the ball away, but he didn't really succeed. This time he connects well, but doesn't find the distance, straight down the throat of long on, and that's the end of Nahin Naeem. A mistimed shot, and the sixth one perishes for Rainbow CC. It's 154 for 6 after 19.
At the moment, the fielders around the bowler is shouting that the approach is to just go for dot deliveries. Don't think too much about getting wickets for the moment. And that's been guided away to third man. That's gone very fine. And the third man was very, very, very wide and had no chance to stop that. That is called playing with the field. The batsman. Some class there from Mahfouz Alam Taib, showing that it's not just about power, it's also about finesse. Mahabub Shobhani is sharing the new cherry, and he's also been pulled away this time by Taib for the second boundary of the over. And it's not good bowling from Shobhani because he's taken the new ball. Doesn't have the pace. Doesn't have the pace to really test the batsman with the short ball, but he tried so. And Mahfouz Taib looks like he's very strong against the short delivery. He's very quick to pick up any length whatsoever. Yorker length goes down the ground straight towards mid-off and beats the mid-off fielder to his left for another boundary. 3 of 3 boundaries. 12 runs of the first 3 balls in this over, and Mahabubi Shobhani is very much under pressure. He's already gone for 2. He's already gone for 12 in the over, and he also has 2 more deliveries left. And Friends United has gotten off to that ideal start, chasing a relatively modest score. Driven away once again through the offside, and looks like he's found the gap once again. That's the 4th boundary, 4 boundaries of 4 deliveries. That is super batting from Mahfouz Aldin Taib. Abu Bakr Siddiq now is into the attack to start the 4th over. Short and wide this time, and cut away to the point boundary. The fielder hardly moved. I think he struggled to pick up the ball over there. Either maybe he hence didn't make any effort whatsoever to go across and stop that delivery from going to the boundary. The sun is going down, so sometimes it can. Once again it's cut away. This time he sees the ball, but still it makes no difference because he cannot stop it. because this time it was hit so powerfully by of the off stump, and Mahfouz Al-Din Taib guides it away for a single. Ghulam at the moment looks like he's not bothered about how many balls or how many runs he scored so far. Oh, that was a vicious delivery. Not only it beat the batsman, but it also beat the keeper. That was some serious pace and bounce there by Rubel. Reminded of Rubel Hussain from Bangladesh. A lot of pace and bite. Definitely not mind that. Yes, it might encourage the bowler seeing that kind of bounce, but the batting side will say, in the end of the day, it's us who scored the 4 runs. Once again, using that cute little dab shot to third man for another boundary. Ashfaq picks up his first boundary. And that brings the half century for Friends United.
Thank you so much, Akib. After 5 overs, it's 53 for none, Friends United. And for the first time, it's Jahidul Islam into the attack. Backs away, cuts it through backward point. Oh my goodness! The fielder makes a hash of a thing and lets the ball go through his legs. The skipper is absolutely grumpy with his effort. He should. So this might be the opportunity for Mahfouz Al-Din Taib to reach to his 50. Oh, he is only 2 runs away. He cuts it. Will it reach the boundary? It will reach the boundary, and that's his 50. A majestic fashion to pick up his boundary. Mahfouz Al-Din Taib will be overjoyed with his magnificent innings. 52 runs from 28 deliveries only. As we go for the last delivery of the 8th over. Down the leg side. It's through the legs of the keeper. And it's a 4. So runs are flowing freely for Friends United. After 8, it's 76 for none. Not been batting for a long time. And certainly, after the departure of the said batter, they will need some time to score runs freely. Once again, it's down the leg side. Once again, it's going to be 4 more. This has been a very common way for Friends United to score runs. And this way has been created by the bowlers of Rainbow CC. Too many directed wide deliveries.
Win with a bonus point. So I think with the condition that Friends United are in, with so many wickets in hand, they do have the luxury to think in that fashion. Tossed up. Again, it was another full toss. This time it's been hit away to that big gap that there is between long off and deep point. There is hardly any extra cover. So, even though the batsman didn't get full timing on it, he was able to find the gap. Friends United should be thinking in that fashion of winning with a bonus point. With 4 overs remaining, they have to achieve the remaining runs within 4 overs, which is not easy, but not impossible either. Pulled away on the leg side, finds the gap between the deep fine leg field and the deep mid wicket, and that boundary brings up the 100 for Friends United. 100 without any wickets lost. It has been a stellar effort so far by Friends United to chase 103 from 12.1 overs, and we've hardly seen any real fireworks from the batters in the last few overs. That's pulled down the leg side, short, picked up and gone for 6. Finally, as I say that there were no real fireworks from the batters, we see one finally. It was a poor delivery. It was a long hop which deserved to be punished, which deserved to be hit in the winner, to be bowling wide outside the line of the off stump. Once again, bowled, very well bowled this time. He's targeting the stump, targeting the off stump. No real opportunity to play the sweep. This time it's been flat batted through extra cover, towards that gap between extra cover and point, and it runs away for a boundary. A very, very classical shot from the batter Ishfaq. It has definitely worked. A captain instructing the bowler to say that just to bowl wide outside the line of off stump, make the batsman play through the offside, but this time the batsman goes over cow corner. It was outside the line of off stump, but he dragged it from way outside off, and the ball disappears over mid wicket for another 6 to take the score to 123 for no loss after 14 overs. But the batsman plays an off drive down the ground for a single. A classical off drive, which was one of the trademark shots of Sachin Tendulkar. Playing down the ground on the V, looking very classical. Goes for a big hoik on the leg side and finds the gap. Beats the deep mid-wicket fielder for a boundary to finish the 15th over. And the score is 135 for none. We are in for...
Just follow the process because they have done everything right from the get-go. Interestingly, both the batters, Ghulam Ishfaq and Ashraful Islam, are batting at 40 and they need 27 runs. So they will have to go for the new batters. That's a boundary. Not in a control whatsoever. Nonetheless, they will love it. How do they complete their task? Once again goes wide. Utterly disappointed with the decision of the umpire. The officials for this game are Tanveer Hussain Shihab and Omar Farooq Russell. And it's a tedious job to officiate 3 games in the same day. Edged and carried. A thin outside edge. And Ashraful Islam misses out his 50 for 5 runs only. Played brilliantly throughout the game. That's cut well into the gap. Will it be a boundary? It is a boundary. 4 runs for Saif Hussain. The new batter just comes and joins the party. That's a cracking stroke. A brilliant cover drive. No one is there to stop it. The fielder from long off came, but he has no chance whatsoever. Back-to-back 50s, and this brings up the 150 on the 17th over. And they're just 13 runs short of their victory. Will this be the over where Saif will finish things off like a stallion? Punched in the gap. Long chase. The fielder doesn't get the ball. 3 boundaries on the trots. 9 runs to go. And it seems like Saif is in a hurry. The word go. We haven't seen him to rush. Rather, it was Saif who was looking to be in a hurry and played some lusty blows right after his arrival to the middle. Edged away from the keeper, away from the fielder as well at third man. And the job is almost done for Friends United. Only 3 runs away from their victory. And